Howdy, my name is Nick and I am an artist. I paint shoes and canvases for a living, and today I'm going to teach you how to paint vans. Now, just to show you some examples, this is what I've done in the past. Today I'm going to be painting some high top vans. So the first thing I'm going to do is delace my vans. And the next step, what you can do is tape whatever you don't want paint on, and so I went ahead and just taped around the sole of the shoe, but I ended up changing my mind and taking the tape off. Kind of used to not using tape, and I know how to use my paintbrush and everything, but if you're just starting out, I recommend taping up your shoes because it'll just save you so much work on the tail end if you mess up and get paint on the shoes. Then you have to use a spot remover or nail polish remover to get it off and everything. So taping might take a little bit more time setting up, but it'll be well worth it. Now, when it comes to actually painting on your vans, there's two different paints that I like to use. I'll either use this Acrylic airbrush paint, which I've used for years and it's super easy to work with and I love it. Or I'll use Angelus leather paint, but I'll mix the leather paint with a medium called Too Soft, and you'll mix it with a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you were to use, half ounce of leather paint, you'd want to use a half ounce of the medium and mix it all together. Basically, just turns your leather paint into like a suede paint, if you will. It just easily adheres to the suede material. So as you can tell, I finished my first coat of the tan and the blue, and then I just used my heat gun to heat set all the paint to make sure it was nice and dry. I went ahead and did another layer of the tan and the blue. What a way to go. So to be honest with you, I wasn't too sure what I was gonna do with these shoes, if I was gonna paint the whole entire shoe or just leave it more simple and just use these two painted sections. As you can see, I kind of went with the more simple option, and instead of using more paint on top of the tan and the blue, I went ahead and used these Posca pens. Using paint markers or Posca pens has been something that I've grown to really love and kind of lean on, honestly. I just love the consistency you get with the paint pens. You never got to worry about how much paint you have on your brush, and it might smear, or it might be too fat, might be too thin. You know what you're gonna get with these markers. And so I just went ahead and used different shades of each color I painted. So I used a different kind of blue and a different kind of brown. And then I just went ahead and doodled on top of it. You can really do whatever you want, obviously. But my thing is doodles, and I love doodling, and so I went ahead and used some super simple doodles to add some life to the shoe. I made the same design on both shoes just to keep it easy and simple. But the next step, as you could probably guess, is to just put the laces back on the shoes. So the last thing I do with these shoes is use this water and stain repellent from Angelus. I spray one coat or sometimes two coats on it, and it just helps protect the shoe from, nature or spills or really anything. And that is pretty much it. But regardless of the complexity of the design, the process is pretty much the same. I use the same paint, I use the same brushes, I use the same paint markers, and I use the same, repellent spray at the end. So it's really up to you what colors you like, what designs you like, and that's the beauty of customization. You can do whatever you want. So if you have any more questions about customizing shoes or anything, just let me know in the comments down below. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have, but that's pretty much it from my end. Like I said, it's a pretty basic tutorial. There's nothing too crazy, but I hope letting you know what I use helps you out in your customizing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's all my secrets, if you will. So hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be back. Peace.